Red Lanterns #1, written by Peter Milligan, art by Ed Benz? I don't know. This is part of the Green Lantern line, and it is strictly focused on not the Green Lanterns, but the Red Lanterns. Green Lanterns are willpower-based, Yellow Lanterns are fear-power-based, Red Lanterns are rage-based. We'll get into more of their specific powers in a minute, but this opens up with a ship moving through space, big blue lizard-looking aliens just torturing some other alien, talking about pulling out his eyes. He's already missing some legs and stuff, and they're just trying to feel something, you know, like any normal Saturday night. Specifically, though, they're moving through space sector 666. So, you know, bad. Anyway, so apparently something is approaching their ship, some funny-looking creature, and they're like, all right, bring it in. We'll tear it apart. And who is it but the best kitty, Dexstar? Dexstar is a Red Lantern who's a cat. Just a normal cat. And the cat flies in. They're like, oh, hold it down. I want the fur. And then it just starts tearing apart all of these aliens due to them being sadists. And it heard the screams of its victims. And it just slashes throats and claws out eyes. And another thing Red Lanterns have is that their blood is replaced with napalm or some napalm-like thing, so they can just spew out this burning liquid onto its foes at any time. Finally, they get some weapons on Dexstar, start shocking it, start talking about removing its teeth and its claws, and then a bigger explosion. They say they've been hit, when in actuality it is Atrocitus, big red dude on the cover. And he comes in, I love this quote, "What are you doing to my cat?" I love it. Probably more menacing, but you know, whatever. He comes in, he tears up the rest of them, but he comments how it's just going by the numbers. Like, he feels rage, but it's not special anymore. He lost the spark of undying rage. So, you know, he's wondering what's up. Cut to Earth. A dude is being mugged. It's an older guy. He's being mugged by a dude with a brick. Old guy throws a punch. Brick dude throws a brick. And all the while, Atrocitus is commenting so much injustice, so much rage and pain in the universe. He brings Dexstar back to the Red Lantern planet of Yzmalt. He tells Dexstar to heal. All the Red Lanterns are just fighting with each other, and they are completely like mindless. They just barely can string together a sentence, except for Atrocitus and also Dexstar. The one that we get most introduced to, I believe her name is Bleeze. She's on the front cover here, the angel-looking woman. Again, still can barely string together a thought, but she exists. She manages to sputter out the word think, and Atrocitus is like, I didn't ask you to think, I need you to obey my orders. And she's like, oh, okay, and walks away. Basically, he's feeling that his Red Lanterns don't fear him anymore. And then we get the history of the Red Lanterns. So, back during the Green Lanterns, before there were Green Lanterns, the Guardians of the Universe, who are like the Green Lanterns cops, created a thing called the Manhunters, who are robots and were basically just designed to be police forces of the universe. But one mad Guardian named Krona turned all the Manhunters evil, though they were kind of evil to begin with, and as such they slaughtered Atrocitus' entire sector, aka his planet, and all of his people. He was the lone survivor. On Yzmalt, they have Krona's corpse, and he talks about, in many ways, we are like lovers. I am married to you in my rage. Married for all time, you slaughtered my people. And then he talks about how Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, I'm assuming during some point of Jeff Johns' run, took out Krona and denied Atrocitus his vengeance. Then we get personally his history of he had a wife and a daughter, and he, quote, trained to be a psychologist. I wanted to help people. So, you know, just imagine sitting down and sharing your feelings with Atrocitus here. But back then his name was Atros, so he was actually, you know, nice. The Manhunters killed everybody except for him, and everything turned to dust in his hand except for his rage. Cut to a while later, kids showing up in a hospital room on Earth. The old man who was beaten up on the one page, he's in the hospital, but he just passed away before this guy came. He's the grandson of the grandfather. The grandson is named Jack. He has a brother who's already there named Ray. Tells him that he just missed him. Jack feels awful, but he's just like, oh, who could do something like this? And Ray's like, dude, everything sucks all the time. And meanwhile, you're off getting your doctorate. And he's like, well, why would bad thing? We can't do anything. And Ray's like, yeah, we can. We gotta fight back. We gotta do something. Like, man up. And he throws a punch at Jack. And I guess that kind of reverberates across the universe in some way. Atrocitus is like, huh, okay, something's up. He plunges his hand into Krona, pulls out blood, which isn't supposed to happen. They also have an ability to make something called blood prophecies. I'm not 100% on it, but I guess they can see the future through blood. He offers up Kronos blood, and he can see all the pain and suffering across the entire universe. So much brutality, and so many people who want vengeance, and so many people who need to be punished. And in that moment, Atrocitus realizes that it's not his rage that he's fighting for. He carries, as the Red Lantern leader, the rage of the entire universe, and he's out to avenge it. So that's his goal now. That's the goal. That's why Red Lanterns have a book, because they're out to be instruments of vengeance on anyone who's brutal in the universe. So he's like, all right, so I kind of need people to help me. I hope my people aren't, planning a coup against me because they see me as weak. And the last page is that. So yeah, that's and it's Bleez who's leading the, saying that he Atrocitus wanes is the thing. So yeah. Anyway, they're planning a coup, and Atrocitus is setting up a new direction for the Red Lanterns. I like it. I like it a lot. I've always been... Red Lanterns I actually picked up before I even bought Green Lanterns. I was always interested in their concept, because, how do you turn that into a book? Just rage. I don't know. It seemed interesting to me, and it was. I liked... The art style is very good. It's got a very well-defined texture to it. They do a good job at showing the rage. I will never, ever turn down a 2-page spread of Dexter. Are you kidding me? I love him. He's the best kitty. Anyway, no, I like this one. I'm not going to say it's for everybody, because, this is pretty much as edgy as it gets. We're going to get vengeance through blood and violence. I get it, but I kind of like it. I can't help that. So, no, overall, I'm going to give this 7.5. It's good. I want to see where it goes. I'm not so fond of the human part, because, how do you match the rage of losing your entire people before your eyes while all the people who did it are viewed as the good guys in the universe? I feel like Jack or Ray, whoever it's going to be, is not exactly going to be a great fit. But who knows? We'll see how they write it. Right now, though, it's just Atrocitus and dealing with the Red Lantern. So I'm down for that, and I want to see where it goes.